Hello, welcome to my channel. This is Unique Fumi. Thanks my subscribers for your love and for coming back here again and again. And also, please, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to Unique Fumi on YouTube, okay? Thank you. This topic today is about rape, and I had a Facebook live video today on this issue, and I had this chat with people that were online. And so I'm just going to summarize everything we said here, make it as short as possible, probably less than 10 minutes. And I just want us to hold on to this. If you have time, you can go and watch the full video on, it's still a Unique Fumi on Facebook, okay? So this issue resurfaced because of the last two incidences in Edo State, one in Edo State in the church and one in Ibadan in the victim's house. And this actually brought it to the forefront that the victims are not to be blamed. We should stop shaming the victim. The girl that was raped in Edo State was raped in a church where she went to read, where she went to study. She had been studying in that church for some time, okay? And I believe the rapists had actually tried to monitor her movement, and they trailed her and know that she's usually there at a particular time. So they went there to rape her in a church, where a church is where a lot of people feel safe, okay? And for those that say, oh, what's the girl looking for in the man's house, in the rapist's house, you see that sometimes it doesn't mean a rapist doesn't need anybody to come to their house. They go about waylaying girls or waylaying boys, because also boys also get raped. I'll come back to that, okay? And the girl in Ibadan, she's this hijab girl. She's a Muslim girl that covers her head and wears flowing clothes. So this girl, there's no how she could have enticed the rapist, because that's another thing that many women and men say, that oh, the girls are enticing the boys, and that the ones causing all this. Please stop shaming the victims, okay? This particular girl that was raped and killed in Ibadan was in her mother's house. She was in her mother's house. They went there to rape and kill her. And she was a very religious Muslim girl that covers her head. How is it this girl's fault? How has she enticed the rapist? Not by dressing, not by her location, because she was in her house. They came there, they raped her, and they killed her. Okay, so we can see there have been many cases of rape, and every time people always give excuse for the rapists, that these rapists are tempted, these rapists are lured into it. How can you be giving beasts excuse? Because rapists are not human beings. When they are in that phase, they're animals, okay? And we need to be very careful with our children. Both boys and girls are getting raped. It's just that boys don't come out to say it also, because of the way we have turned rape to be. We victim blame a lot, okay? And I would say, and from what I discussed on Facebook today, and from what people also contributed, we can see that a lot of times girls are educated, girls are looked out for. We tell the girls, be careful who you go with, be careful where you go, don't be at lonely places, don't go to boys' houses, don't trust friends too much, because of course a lot of times also girls organize rape, their friends to be raped. We tell, but who is looking out for the boys? Who is educating the boys? Who is informing the boys about their sex drives? Who is informing the boys? Are we informing the boys about their sex drives, about their sexuality? Are we talking to them about self-discipline, how to hold onto themselves, how to be faithful to their bodies and to their God, to their creators, that their bodies are the temples of God, and that God needs that body? We should stop blaming the victims. We need to educate boys. A lot of boys are lost. A lot of these boys get to puberty and they start experiencing sexual urges, and they discover some high sex drives, and they don't know how to control themselves, and nobody tells them what to do. Even those of us that are Christians, do we just expect that once our children are born again, their bodies become holy and they don't have any sex drives? They are human beings. They are human beings. That is how God created human beings. The Bible also says that we should train our children in the way they should go. How are you training them about that part? Okay, we should stop pretending or behaving as if these things don't exist. We were once that age. Did you have a sex drive at that age? Did you feel like having sex with someone? Did you actually have a girl or a boy that you are loving, you're falling in love with, you think you are falling in love with, or you're crushing on, and you really feel like getting naked with that person? Talk to these children about it. Talk to your boys, talk to the girls, so that it's not only the girls that are looking out for themselves. The boys also know how to be responsible with their bodies. They also know how to give accounts with their bodies. Okay, and for those of you that say it's the boys are tempted because of the way girls dress, please, those same boys, when they come to the Western world, they see girls in almost naked clothes, but they dare not rape those girls because they know that they will spend their life in prison, and even after prison they have the tag of a sex offender for life, so they will not do it. And this is what we talked about today. Also, please, before we can say the boys will go to jail when they rape girls, or girls will go to, or uncles and aunties will go to jail when they rape, or any rapist will go to jail for it, there has to be law in place. What law are our lawmakers making in Abuja? What laws are there in place? We need to make laws. You lawmakers, you need to make laws for this to be effective. Because, see, it may not be you today, it may be you tomorrow. Now, we see that even older people are getting raped. It may be your child, it may be your grandchild, it may be your great-grandchild. So, make the changes now that you are in position to make it. Please, okay, so that our girls will feel safe. It's already becoming a bad situation, and girls are becoming endangered. Why? This is not our culture. This is not the way we grew up. When we were growing up, there was, in fact, it was a very strange thing. It was nothing that will be defended. Because now I see people, with all these recent cases online. When I was reading the comments, it was disgusting when I saw that even a lot of women were supporting the rapist, saying that what was the girl looking for in a church? To study in a church. Why? Why can't she feel safe? Although churches are not the safest place, but to study, what is there? What's wrong with a girl going to a church to study? That was the place she felt safe, and so she was there. And you are saying, why was she there? Okay, the hijab girl that was in her her mother's house. Will you say, why was she in her mother's house? Okay, so please let us condemn rape in any way, in every way, and let us also encourage the girls around us, the boys around us, to come to us if anybody tries anything indecent with them. Okay, and mothers and fathers, what you don't realize is that when you're talking about other people's issue with rape, when you're condemning the victim, when girls and boys around you face that kind of situation, they will not be able to come to you because they know that mommy condemns the victims, daddy condemns the victims. So daddy will say it's because I was in his house, mommy will say it's because of what I was wearing. So they will not be able to come to you, and this thing continues, and the rapists continue to go free and continue to be perpetrating evils all over the place. Okay, please, let's stop it, and let's encourage our children, both boys and girls, to be responsible with their behavior, with their bodies. Okay, thank you so much. That's just the conclusion. Let's look out for our children, even as we continue looking out for them. Let us educate them themselves. Okay, thank you. Okay, take care. God bless you, and please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Thank you. Bye.